In this critical reflection of our first year film, I'll be looking at the ways in which we use colour and light to effectively convey the narrative and create a visually compelling film. First of all, colour. As with photography, in films, colour is used to convey a specific meaning. For example, red invokes feelings of anger, passion and rage, while yellow connotes wisdom, knowledge and relaxation. And blue is faith, spirituality and contentment. There are also such theories such as colour theory or the colour wheel, which is a basic tool for combining colours. As well as complementary colours, there's also monochromatic, analogous and triadic. The theory goes that the colours opposite each other in the colour wheel are the most complementary to each other, and these can also be applied to characters to give them depth. When filming our project, we wanted it to look as natural as possible, so we used outdoor settings that had natural lighting. Colour theory is evident in our film in the props that we used on the characters as costumes. For example, one character wears a red scarf, which connotes the themes of danger but also passion. Another way we incorporated colour was in the use of flashes of fluorescent colour, for instance in the water scenes. We found this was more effective when using minimal selective colour, which creates deeper significance emitting bolder statements than if it was multicolour throughout. We drew inspiration from films such as Sin City and Schindler's List, which are all majority black and white, like ours is natural colours, but then uses flashes of Technicolor vibrance. The majority of our film can be seen as dark and monochromatic, which creates an eerie setting, resonant of death. We found this adds to the narrative and works incredibly well for the genre. The female character who eventually is killed by her lover wears a red scarf, which symbolises not only the seemingly passionate and loving relationship between them both, but also foreshadows her death at the end of the film, when she lies covered in her own blood. These two opposing ideas create a deeper meaning for the character and intensify the emotion behind the character. Another example of colour association in the film is the white the character wears underneath the scarf. Not only does this make the blood that pours out of her more visually striking, it also symbolises the attack on innocence of the character and her vulnerability and naivety. Colour psychology is the study of hues as a determinant of human behaviour. Colour can affect us psychologically and physically, often without us being aware, and can be used as a strong device within a story. With colour, you are able to create harmony or tension within a scene, or bring attention to any key aspect. Light and colour can influence how people perceive the area around them. Different light sources affect how the colours of walls and other objects are seen. For instance, when filming we used LED lighting, which gave the walls a bluish, almost clinical feel to them. From David Fincher's Fight Club to Wes Anderson's The Grand Budapest Hotel, it is clear how colours and composition can subsequently evoke emotions from the audience and capture the feel of the scene. Much like the soundtrack of a film does for our sense of hearing, the colour palette of a film does for our sense of seeing. As a process in making our film, we soon realised that colour and light go hand in hand to create the visual effects that we strived for. We used the lighting equipment we had, which were LED lights, to our advantage to create the different tones that made up our narrative. As a thriller, we knew we needed to use more low-key light, which gave off a bluish tone. This also created shadows, which again helped with the genre. In our film, we incorporated the popular 3-light structure. This allowed us to create the perfect visuals of a well-lit and emotive shot. Dimming the lights in certain places gave us shadows that helped elevate the later scenes where suspense is at its highest, juxtaposed with other scenes where the shots were high-key and well-balanced to reflect the positive atmosphere. 3-point lighting is a standard method used in visual media, such as film. By using 3 separate positions, the photographer or filmmaker can illuminate the shot subject, such as a person, however desired, while also controlling, or eliminating entirely, the shading and shadows produced by direct lighting. The structure is made up of the key light, which is the main light. It is usually the strongest and has the most influence on the look of the scene. It is placed to one side of the camera, or subject, so that this side is well lit and the other side has some shadow. Also the fill light, this is the secondary light, and is placed on the opposite side of the key light. It is used to fill the shadows created by the key. The fill will usually be softer and less bright than the key. To achieve this, you could move the light further away. You might also want to set the fill light and the backlight. The backlight is placed behind the subject and lights it from the rear. Rather than providing direct lighting, its purpose is to provide definition. In terms of improvements to our film, I think that during the later scenes we could have used lighting even more to our advantage, creating even harsher shadows and contrasts to reflect the scene's nature. I believe our use of colour was adequate in conveying exactly the tone we wanted to. So that was how, as a group, we incorporated colour and light into our film. Thank you for watching.